Hi Aries, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are just doing a bit of a quick sort of check-in. Obviously coming up to Christmas. We all have quite a lot of commitments, myself included. So a lot of the videos coming up in the next month or so may be a little bit shorter than normal. I may even be skipping some here and there depending on, how busy I am over Christmas. I do apologize if that interrupts with anybody, but appreciate your patience and understanding, obviously, over Christmas as well. Please subscribe to the channel. That way you can stay updated when we do upload videos that you want to watch. All right. I really appreciate that as well. Okay. This week we are using all the pale colored decks this week. So we've got the Inner Child Oracle. I do have the Owl and Magpie Lenormand deck. And the love oracle we're using is the soul connections when two hearts meet. Love oracle. Okay, so I am sort of trying to keep these messages just a little bit shorter than our normal videos, but hit and miss, guys. We sort of got to take the messages as they come, try to still give them importance regardless of time. Okay, Aries, getting into it for you. What's going on for you, Aries? What does Aries need to be aware of? Aries energy, please. Okay, Aries, we do have fly free. Okay, that one does say, I am my best self when I am truly me. Okay, so Cancer actually had a similar message. So if you do have strong Cancer placements, you may want to check that reading as well. But it's all about, being free to express yourself and truly be authentic to yourself and show the world and yourself, this is who I really am. And you know what? I'm going to, fly it loud and proud. I'm not going to hide away anymore from who I really am. All right, because we do also have coming through here the beautiful soul. So, of course, you should be proud of that, Aries. I see the beauty in me every single day. Okay, you do have a beautiful soul here, Aries. So it's time to, let it float free and, do what souls do. Just be beautiful out there and shining in your own little bright bubble. Okay, Aries, allow other people to see that as well. That's part of what that fly free energy is all about. Allowing other people to see how beautiful you really are inside and out. Okay, not hiding away all these beautiful parts of yourself. Even though we do see the beautiful soul energy, it is important to remember that when we're talking about authenticity, that we do need to be authentic to both the darker and the lighter sides of ourselves. So we're not just showing off the truth of all our beautiful, wonderful qualities, but we're showing off the truth of, I can be a bit like this sometimes, or, some of those more negative qualities. We all are a balance of, good and bad qualities. We need that darkness to really make that light shine and pop. Okay, so don't be afraid to be authentic to the truth of who you are, good and bad. We all have bad sides, bad days, whatever. Okay, so don't hide that from yourself first and foremost, but talking about flying free and really showing the truth of yourself to the external world as well. Not being ashamed to be you. Okay, Aries. Messages for Aries. Any advice or messages for our Aries? What's going on in and around Aries energy? Anything that Aries needs to know right now? Okay, Aries. It really is time for you to fly. Okay, take flight. We see the anchor coming through first and foremost. Okay, so some of you, that's why we need to fly. because you've been a little bit stuck. You know, it's a very interesting energy because the anchor is very, you know, we get very secure in the reliable. We, um, you know, we know what to expect when we stay in one place. We know what to expect. It's very reliable, safe kind of energy, but nothing ever changes because it's holding us down. It's actually holding us back. It's kind of telling me here that you've kind of grown a little bit accustomed to your little comfort zone here, Aries, and it's to the point now where it's no longer just keeping you safe and a reliable energy that you can depend on. It's actually starting to hold you back, and it's keeping you down at the bottom of the ocean rather than allowing you to fly free up in the sky. So there's this real energy here of releasing the chains that bind you, which just seems to be the routine, the dependable, the stuff that you're used to. You've grown very comfortable with certain patterns and things in your life. This is something that I do talk about I have talked about in other readings as well, where even sadness has this way of anchoring us down into it. All right, nobody outwardly says, "Oh, I want to be sad my whole life." But when you're living in sadness and that's all that you can see and that's all that you're living, it's really hard to have the courage to face happiness and face hope and even imagine that anything could be different because you're so used to just dealing with the pain and the sadness every single day that all of a sudden something happy happens and you're just sort of sitting there like, what's wrong? You're waiting for the other shoe to drop. And because it's different, it's new, it's change. You're used to being sad. So happiness is all of a sudden that's scary. Even though, you've been sitting there in sadness the whole time going, I wish I was happy. But then as soon as you're happy or you have happy moments or whatever, it's scary. It's change. So that's kind of what's going on here, Aries, is like you've just become very comfortable in the monotony of whatever that is for you right now, of just holding yourself back and not allowing your true colors to sort of fly free and proudly. Okay, because we do have the scythe, and the scythe is change, and it's kind of that energy of the universe kind of saying to you, Aries, that if you're just going to get too comfortable sitting there in sadness, I'm going to swoop on down and I'm going to pluck you from the ground and drag you up into the sky, whether you like it or not. You can see the owl talons coming down to grab a hold of you, drag you up into the sky. The scythe energy, it can come across as it's a sudden break free from something. It's a sudden unexpected change. But I feel like for you here, Aries, this is a really good change. Like, it's just scary when it happens. Like, of course, anyone would be scared if an owl came in, or a hawk or whatever it is, came and grabbed us off the ground and dragged us up into the sky. That's scary. So is change. But, ultimately the scythe is harvest. It's not about dragging you up into the sky to, eat you like the hawk is actually going to do. The scythe is about change because of harvest. It's because it's time for you to evolve and grow into the next phase of your life. It's time for you to stop sitting at the bottom of the ocean, and it's time for you to be up in the sky. There's a new part of your life that you're entering into, and it's time for it to happen, whether you like it or not, Aries. I'm not going to lie. I'm really getting an energy here for a lot of you that this is going to just knock your socks off, and it's going to be very unexpected, and it's going to be whether you like it or not. You're comfortable sitting here on that anchor energy. It's time for you to fly, and whether you're going to come kicking and screaming, that's up to you. You need to start to prepare for change. Because if you don't start making it yourself, it's going to be made for you. Because we do have the clover here as well, which is all about taking a chance, taking a risk. Feels like it's a big risk to fly free. It feels like, to change things in your life. It's a big risk. It's scary. It's time to start investing in your new path. Start investing in yourself and what you truly desire in this world. We're seeing that fly free and being honoring yourself here, and being the truest version of yourself, which means going for the things that you truly want. You've been too scared to go for these things in the past because you're in that anchor energy. You're like, oh yeah, I really would like that, but I'm not going to do anything about that. It's time. It's time to start making moves. Take the chance. Take the risk. And because if you don't, it's gonna happen anyway. The universe is gonna make some big change, and honestly, you don't want to leave it up to the universe, because if you leave it up to the universe rather than starting yourself to make those changes and transform yourself, accept change. The way that the universe does things, they don't half-ass things. The universe does not half-ass it. It will literally pluck you from the ground, drag you up into the sky. Scary. At least if you make these choices, you have a bit more control over that, Aries. All right, but it's time to invest in yourself, especially, and start investing in the true things that you truly desire in life. You do deserve them. Look at that beautiful soul. Look at that beautiful soul of yours, Aries. You do deserve all the beautiful things that you want. It's time to start walking towards them. Very interesting. The song that's playing in the background is Ozzy Osbourne, I Just Want You. Go and read the lyrics to that song, Aries. There is no unachievable dreams. There's no unsavable souls. There's some strong messages in that song, and I feel like for a lot of you, there's something for you in the lyrics there. There's a lot of different, lyrics. It goes on, but and for some of you, it may be that there's a specific person that you're denying yourself as well. But we'll have a look with love. Okay, Aries. Aries, what's going on for Aries with love and romance? What does Aries need to know in regard to love and romance, please? Tested. You're being tested, Aries. Your strengths and weaknesses are being tested. If you don't make the changes, the universe will come through and make those for you. It's exam time. It's time to finish school, Aries. Whether you go kicking or screaming, whether you pass the test or not, you're being tested. Your strengths and weaknesses are being tested. So this is, you need to test yourself in the process of making these moves and, testing yourself, like pushing yourself out of the ordinary, out of the comfort zone, taking steps away from the comfort zone. Even though it's scary, you need to test that weakness that, this is scary to me. So maybe I should just do it anyway. Test myself, push myself. Love conquers all. Love conquers all, Aries. You can't fight it. Take a chance. Take a chance on loving yourself, first and foremost. Take a chance on love existing. Have faith. Take a chance. Invest in love for yourself, for others around you, for the world in general. Okay? That's what we have for you, Aries. You're more than welcome to check your other placements. That was a pretty general kind of message for you today, Aries. So I would actually recommend checking other messages, maybe your moon sign, since we are sort of still under the full moon energy there. The moon sign is probably quite strong at the moment, so check that one as well. That's what we have. Please subscribe, and I'll see you all again soon.